What's going on, YouTube? It's your boy Denali, aka Don Squalling, back at y'all with another Forza Horizon 3 build video, man. As you guys know, this week, probably next week as well, we are trying to focus mainly on just you know, the oddball requests as opposed to, you know, doing the famous YouTuber requests, or let's say the famous people requests, you know, like we did Cristiano Ronaldo's car not long ago. So if you guys have any just random requests that you guys want to see, just like car builds that are not owned by people yet, right? So, yeah, definitely let me know down in the comment section what you guys want to see. But in today's video, we do have a request from a few people. Morgan Troyer, Muhammad Gakal, Drizzle Squad, ya boy Ree, Brad Slagle, Luke Leach, Ben Maver, Haydar Ali Kamar, James Clissold, Jeremy Lachance, Eddie Santiago, and Liam Games all want to see a Lexus build. Morgan, in specific, wants to see the Lexus RCF wide body build, man. Now, the reason that I picked this build is because I am a big fan of the RCF. Now, I'm a big fan of, I've always been a fan of four-door vehicles, and I believe it was the ISF right here that came out, and this was their 5-liter V8 sedan, and that thing was an absolute monster when it first came out. Big fan of that. And then the RCF came out, I think, in the last few years, which was basically the two-door model of that. And very cool car. I'm not too big on the coupes, but this one, nonetheless, very sweet. So for this one, I think we're just going to select a manufacturer color right off of the bat. I'm going to go with white. I'm a big fan of white on Lexuses for some reason. So let's go ahead, buy that up. Now, if you guys are already subscribed to the channel and want to get in on the giveaway that we're doing on the Facebook page, like I said before, just go to the page, click like, follow. Once we reach 500 likes, I'm going to be giving the details out on that page, how we're going to do the giveaway and everything like that. So definitely make sure you head on over to that. But with that being said, I think it is about time that we got into this build. Now, right off of the bat, let's just check out some engine swap options. Even though this thing, what are we rocking here? 5-liter V8. Definitely don't need to swap that out, especially this newer Lexus V8. Definitely a absolute beast. Now, what's interesting here is that this thing is in fact a rear-wheel drive, which surprises me because I would have thought that this thing, I believe the ISF, I think it was all-wheel drive. I'm not sure though, but I know my sister does have a Lexus IS 250 and it's all-wheel drive, and not that that specific car needs it, but I would imagine a Lexus with a 5-liter V8 and rear-wheel drive would definitely get a little squirrely around the corners. If it wasn't all-wheel drive, that is. Now, here is the body kit, which is so aggressive on this car, man. The canards go right into the little side gills there. Wow, that is crazy. We're going to go ahead and definitely install that. As far as the wing goes here, wow, that Rocket Bunny wing is crazy, man. Very big, very race car-ish. Like, literally, if you're probably driving this car on the street, probably somebody would walk into that. Do I want it? Like, this wing's too big. This wing's too small. This looks a little weird. You know what I mean? Like, oh, man. Do we do the big Rocket Bunny RCF? Why the hell not, man? YOLO, go big or go home. Do people still say, no, people don't still say YOLO, man. I gotta stop saying that ish. Seriously though, race tire compound going onto this bad boy. I'm gonna upgrade the width on both the front and the back tires here. Rim style, now this is where things get a little confusing for me sometimes, so I'm just gonna skim through a couple options, obviously, until I find the proper selection here. Now, what I am going to do here is go with these very nice ADV1 Forza wheels. As you can see, just a nice little bit of camber on here, as well as that nice classic 5-spoke design, which I am a big fan of. Now, do we need to upgrade the diameter to 20 inches here? I don't think we do. What I think we need to do, though, is, you know, completely drop this thing to the ground. Hopefully we can achieve a nice level of stance on this thing, because if we can only lower it a little bit, the whole body kit idea to me is, you know, pretty much irrelevant. Like, this thing needs to be on the ground, you know, scraping frame. So let's see if we can achieve that here. Not too crazy right off of the bat, but not terrible at all. Anti-roll bars, both front and back. Now, because this thing has the whole body kit, the wing and everything like that, I'm going to go ahead and just put a roll cage on here, and as well do the weight reduction. Now, next up, we have the intake and the exhaust. Now, we are rocking this badass supercharged Lexus V8. So let's go ahead and upgrade the supercharger just a little bit. And now, as you can see, we are just under the S1 class, just about to go into S2. Let's see, can we upgrade intercooler? No, that's gonna put us over. And yeah, okay, so we're pretty much where we need to be engine-wise. That wing is absolutely ridiculous, though. I'd really like, you know, maybe a ducktail. Like, sometimes with the S15s, I believe, they got the nice little duckbill spoiler on there. That's, I don't know. We're just going to work with what we got here. As far as the tuning goes, gearing, man, look at that. How many gears we got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 gears, 8 gears, man. That is absolutely nuts. We can tighten this up, get a little more acceleration out of this thing, I think. 3.8 seconds. Now, we are going to be fighting with the gear ratios, especially doing the drifting. I got a feeling that it's just going to be banking off the rev limiter the whole time, but that's okay. We'll adjust that as we need to. Rear wheels, drop a little camber. Front wheels, a little camber. And let's see, I'm going to lower the front just a bit because the back was tucking. I think if we can just get that front end lowered just a little bit more, it will look perfect. And last but not least, we need to jump into the designs and paints. Now, I'm not really sure what I'm going to do with this car. Let's see some basic colors. Like, this is a fully blown race car right now, so it really needs a race skin. Let's go ahead and see if we can find some new designs here. What are people rocking with on their Lexuses? I'd like to see this thing a full-out race car. Since we got that ridiculous wing on there, now let's see, Willwood, the Recaros, yeah, that doesn't look entirely terrible. So after skimming through a couple options, I think I'm gonna go with this Alpine Stars looking design here. It's a little mix of race, like not too much, and it also has a little bit of street aspect to it. And for me to actually go through and achieve this design on my own really would take a lot of time. So I think this is going to work out great for the both of us, man. So obviously right off the bat, let's just get a nice 360 here. Really liking that stance. As you can see, those insane quad tips in the back. Actually relatively quiet considering the amount of power this thing is putting out. Still spitting some flames though. As you can see, like easy on the rev limiter. Into third, still spinning those tires. Starting to straighten out. So that's a pretty aggressive launch here. Let's just get out onto the road. You guys know me, I'm not a big fan of dirt roads, especially when we're rocking a rear wheel drive with as much horsepower as this thing. Alrighty, so let's do a little roll here. Let's say a 30 roll. And we're off traction, no problem. Brakes. Brakes really good. Now the one thing that's great about having a big wing in this game, now typically when you see people putting like spoilers on like Honda Civics, or you know, big wings on like just regular everyday racer cars, we should say. Not to say that every Honda is a racer, but you guys know what I mean, right? The guys put those big wings, fart cans on a stock Civic. In instances, like everyone says, oh, like spoilers only for rear wheel drive. It is typically for rear wheel drive, yes, but in this game, I've noticed that when you're driving, let's say that you have even an all-wheel drive, front-wheel drive, it doesn't matter. When you're driving at high speeds and taking corners, the wing makes a huge difference. Now, I used to do the Goliath race, which is how I got a majority of my money in a Horizon Edition Jaguar. Now, I got the Jag all set up. I was like, oh, sick, you know, like, this is the car I can win races in. So I souped it up to how I wanted it to look, as though I would have owned it, right? Took the wing off, lowered it a little bit, put a nice set of wheels on it. It looks slick. The problem was, oh no, look out. I'm not having a fun time driving this thing right now though. The problem was that when I got going through, especially in this, it was actually the same road, I believe. You could come through this jungle in the Goliath race. Coming around these corners, the car would just be all over the place. It would be sliding across the road into the trees and stuff like that. And as soon as I put that spoiler back on it, it was like night and day. It would handle perfectly. And especially when you have those, as you can see on the side there, those little pieces of flat plastic, or I guess if this was made out of metal, they'd be metal, but those are actually functional to help the car go straight. And yeah, pretty dope, man. So just something to keep in mind. Even though this specific car, it might be the way that I have the camber set up. Let me try a square setup, because right now it's just the back end is like a little squirrely. It feels like it's wobbling right now. Let's do a bit more of a square setup here. See if that helps. Even though it's probably not going to make the car look quite as good. Yeah, that's actually helping quite a bit already. Damn. This thing doesn't even want to drift right now. It's just cruising. Woo! Alright, we need to get onto some roads where we can drift here. This is why I say in my last video that I like cruising in the residentials in the city. It's because these country roads, man, there's no drift action. There's like one turn in like so long. Alright, let's see. Oh yeah, she's got no problem drifting. Even in a straight line. I'm surprised that wing didn't take out the pole right there. Into third. Woo! Oh, hit the Mazda. Dude's gonna be upset with me, man. I was just hit by a race car. I need the police right now. Shut up. So yeah, this thing, not as loud as I would have expected it to be. It's actually geared more towards driving in a straight line. Now, the fact that it's not slammed and stanced anymore, let me get her back into that aggressive stance that we all know and love. Little bit here, and a whole lot here, man. It actually handles much better in a more square stance, but let's be honest, man, it doesn't look nearly as good. Drift action happening big time here. Woo! Yeah, I think this is a success right now, man. Big time. So yeah, are we close to any type of civilization or half decent backdrop? Oh, get your Bentley out of here, man. Sucker. Yeah, I guess we could use this old abandoned gas station here for a little dramatic effect there. So yeah, mission accomplished most definitely. I really like the way this thing looks, especially the wheel setup. The paint turned out really nice. Like I really like that skin. The only thing that I may want to change would be that wing. It's a little too aggressive for my liking. Like just this picture right now. If I could just Photoshop the wing out, that would probably, you know, make this video much more enjoyable for me. But I figured since we have the wide body kit on there, which actually with this wrap you can barely tell it's there because it looks with all the tears and everything. But I mean, you know, it is what it is, man. We out here building cars, and yeah, felt like doing something a little bit aggressive today. But I'm thinking this is probably going to be the end of the video. Rambling on. I don't know what our timer's at here. Oh my God, it's over 20 minutes, man. So as always, if you guys enjoyed it, don't forget to smash that like button. Don't forget to head on over to the Facebook page if you guys want more content. Going to be doing the giveaway once we reach 500 likes. What else? Requests down in the comment section. Like, that's about it, man. So as always, I am your boy D Nolly, aka Don Squally. I just want to say thank you guys for watching. And we're going to catch y'all mofos at the next one, man. Peace! Oh no! Oh! For fuck's sake, every fucking time. Showdown, bitch. Oh no! Oh no! Oh! I had a V8, yeah. Recovery of a lifetime. Oh fuck! Oh no! Oh! Fuck! Yeah, just keep on rolling there. Yeah. Don't worry about the race or anything.